Oh yeah, my name's Alan and I'm just an average dad. And today, we'll be telling
Knott's Berry Farm ghost stories.
these stories are my personal accounts of when I used to work at Knott's Berry Farm. First two stories happened back in 1999 when I was in high school. I was a senior. Last story happened in 2015 when I used to work for security. So back in 1999 when I was a caterer, I was called for an opportunity to pick up a shift to work at Cantina because they had somebody called out. I said yes. My homeboy Ivan was working there, so I was like, yeah, dude, I get to work with one of my high school friends. So we worked the whole shift. We cleaned up the cantina and my mom was gonna pick us up. Park was already closed and Ivan and I ran to the front because my mom was at the pickup zone. Back in the day before Silver Bullet was there, the church that is across the street was still located there, and right next to the church was the original Barrity stand. We ran right by there and they used to have mannequins in there that were let's just say kind of eerie. We got to the front gates were closed. We're like, man, we gotta run all the way back to the western entrance and go all the way around just to get to the pickup zone. So we trucked it along and we ran by Reflections Lake. We noticed as we ran by that a light was flickering that wasn't flickering before when we had just ran by there. Our curiosity kind of got the best of us and we approached the church. As we approached the church, we were looking in there, and I'm telling you, this is true. Ivan, if you're out there, comment down below. Let them know that this happened, bro. As we look in, the lights flickering, there was a mannequin that was standing kind of like this. Now, this could have been just us being, kind of scared or stuff because it was only us in that area. But I swear to this day, and Ivan does too, that we saw the mannequin go. And we freaked, dude. We freaked and we ran. And as soon as we ran and we got past the original berry stand, there was a loud clutter in the berry stand and it was locked up. All this rattling. Our first instinct was, we need to get out of here. We got to the western entrance and we let security know. We walked back with security. The original berry stand was locked. They unlocked the original berry stand, found the keys. Nothing was touched. And the church lights were alright. But this really freaked me out, and the whole time I worked there for the rest of my high school career, I never went back walking down toward Reflections Lake ever, dude. Now that same church is across the street. I wonder if there's still any spirits roaming around. Ghost Rider. This story also happens back in 1999 when I was a caterer. There was a special event going on in what we know now as the Boardwalk Ballroom. This story, I don't have anybody who would attest to it except all of Knott's Berry Farm. So if you were working back in the late 90s, especially 1999, and you were there for this special event and you remember this, please comment down below, dude, because this was eerie. Now this is where I can't remember if the event was still going on or if the event had already ended. But I do remember being in the back between the ballroom and what used to be Boomerang right there when a call came over the radio. Code Red, we have a situation on Ghost Rider. We have a gentleman climbing to the top of Ghost Rider. Personally, I did not visually see the individual walking up Ghost Rider, but it did go throughout all communications over the radio, so we all pretty much heard it. It was so serious that Knott's Berry Farm called in Buena Park PD. They shut down Crescent Man and Main Street. Security called to switch to a different channel, so not everybody in the park would hear it. Well, guess what, dude? We're high school kids. One of our leads was like a 20-year-old or something, so they switched to that channel. And we were listening to exactly what happened. Security was on the ground, and they legitimately had visuals of somebody standing on top of Ghost Rider. That's crazy. Now, I cannot recollect how long the police were there or how long they were trying to get him down, but I do know eventually somebody started to walk up a Ghost Rider to find out who this individual was and tried to calm him down and bring him down because people were scared that he was going to jump. When the fire department actually got to the top, there was nobody there. And it freaked everybody out, especially the security and individuals that were ground level at Ghost Rider that had looked up and seen not only the individual standing there, but some individuals had actually watched this person walk to the top of the crest of the first drop. Nobody there. Nobody there when the fire department got up there. But some people say that was Walter Knott checking out Ghost Rider and seeing what this new ride was all about. Knott's Scary Farm. Now, back in 2015, I worked security for Knott's Scary Farm, and I had the privilege of being a roamer outside of Knott's Scary Farm, making sure that every security guard at certain points got their breaks and we would relieve them. Well, my homeboy Kevin, you can attest to this, so if you see this video, dude, comment down below. He would probably roam around with me almost every single night of Knott's Scary Farm that we worked. And we would go across the street to see if the individuals at the parking lot and before going underneath the bridge were okay. But me and Kevin would always bank right to go check out the Independence Hall. Not sure if that was supposed to be our route, but we went anyways. So the first half of the night, nothing was really going on. But then one round that we did, as we got to the very front or back, the area that has the flag, we saw that the door was cracked open, which it wasn't cracked open the last 3 times or 4 times that we did walk through. So we slowly approached it and I kind of peeked in there and, hello? Nothing. We heard a noise in the upper level. Me and Kevin are like, what's going on, man? We actually looked up. And right there in one of the windows, man, no lie, was a face of a lady. Kind of doing this. Looking down at us. And Kevin and I froze. And it's one of those moments when you see something that the hairs on the back of your head start standing up in your arms. And that's when you know that it's abnormal. And we were in a legitimate trance, Kevin and I, just staring up. We didn't want to move because we were pretty petrified. Now, Joe told us a story about a lady back in the 70s or so that used to work there. I don't want to tell the story because I don't really know how true it is, but she had lost her life at the Independence Hall, and it said that she still haunts it. I'm not quite too sure how true it is, but that is what we were told. So maybe we saw the lady that lost her life at the top of Independence Hall. Needless to say, Kevin and I would always go back there to see if we could actually see this apparition again. We never really got that full body apparition that we did see, but you always got this eerie vibe, him and I, like she knew we were there and she was watching us. Thank you for hanging out today and listening to these Knott's Scary Farm ghost stories. Now, these are my personal ghost stories that I've encountered at Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm is very old and has a lot of history. Now, if you work at Knott's Berry Farm or have worked at Knott's Berry Farm and have any ghost stories, go ahead and comment down below. Or if you guys would like to see a Knott's Scary Farm ghost stories part 2, and you have some ghost stories, go ahead and DM me at AverageDad714 at Instagram. Tell me your whole story, and maybe we'll make a part 2 of Knott's Scary Farm ghost stories. Well, thank you to every single one of you for hanging out today. We could not do this without every single one of you, man. Therefore, we're thankful for every single one of you. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and go down below and subscribe, because we'd love to have you on future adventures. You guys have a great day, and we will catch you next video.
Deuces.